Microphone check. Hello, hello. All right, guys, what's up? All right, we do it live. All right, let's go. Hope everyone had a really good day. I cut myself off. Oh, now I forget what time it was. 11 maybe, with trading the New York session. I actually liked the market. I ended up like minus slightly, like $50 or something on the session, but overall, I think I was trading decent. But so I want to look at some crypto. So I got the portfolio up right now. Say what's up. Yeah, what's up, Johnny FX? I actually should bring the chat up. All right. Yeah, say what's up if you come through. I know maybe a couple people will stumble in. I just posted it now, so I didn't post it earlier. Okay, so we're up, guys. We're up $4. $4. After a little double dipper, we got a double dip on Bitcoin here on the 4-hour chart. So, oops. So we're still above this 200 EMA. This top here didn't make a div or anything. So I'm looking at kind of the market in the eyes of Bitcoin. That's just like a core part of my overall strategy or viewpoint. I don't know what to call it. My bias and as a confluence. What's up? First time to this channel and officially spent more time with you today than with my wife. Well, thanks for coming through. Same. I guess I can stay the same. I don't have a wife, but I've spent more time on here with you than I have with my girlfriend as well. So we're chilling. But I'm glad you've been enjoying it, and thanks for coming through for sure. How was your trading today, though? Did you? Let's look at the ES real quick and NQ. Yeah, look at this last move up during power hour. We broke back above IB here. And if I was trading, I could have bought in here following my rules. But I was so beat. I think I actually gave back some of my profits. Like I could have locked it up early and just been satisfied catching the first move. And instead, I ended up getting a little chopped up towards the end of the session. So, are you trading crypto too, or are you just trading futures? I kind of want to play music. I don't know if I'm supposed to because of I'm dealing with something with my music copyright stuff. I think I can. Yeah, screw it. I'm going to play music. Okay. All right, there we go. Yeah, so I was on like 6 hours this morning, I think. Maybe no, I started late. 5 hours. So I'm trying to stay like locked in with the markets right now. So I'm happy to be doing my nightly stream because I want to know what's going on. And I'm trying to like really just stay in flow with it constantly right now and trying to get super locked in and make some good moves. So I really want to trade well these next few weeks and plan out my trades and kind of have like a running concept of what's happening. You don't trade crypto. I just buy Crow and keep staking it. Well, let's look at Crow chart then in your honor here. Unless you're scared to look at this. Oh, so Chronos. Is it on Kraken? So right now I'm trading on Kraken. It is on Kraken. Oh, it's in dollars too. There we go. Dude, this is pumping. At least from where it is now. Let's zoom out though. This is a 4-hour chart. I'm going to put it on a weekly. This is pumping super hard. That went up like 10x or more. It's up 10x right now from these. Well, I've never heard of this coin. I don't. Maybe I have, and I just don't even remember. There's so many now. But I'm mostly trading old ones I'm familiar with, just to kind of like, I don't know, just to kind of start building this portfolio. So I have other accounts and holding other bags, but I'm only trading. I'm kind of making accounts just to trade with. So here's my Kraken that I'm trading publicly. And so right now I have ETH, Bitcoin, XRP, and Chainlink. So is this a new ticker, or did they just add it? Is this a new coin? Yeah, so I don't know anything about this. I'm just looking at it because Johnny. So this thing looks good, really good for you. Depending on where you bought it, I guess so, because I don't know, maybe you bought it up here. But dope. Good job. So let's check on this portfolio real quick. There's a few things I wanted to do on this session because I might not even make any more trades right now. I kind of want to get set up to also take some lower time frame trades. But for now, I'm just going to let these positions work themselves out. And just, I want it to be holding a core position. Like I want it to have some, I wanted to have some chips on the table. And I don't know, I wanted some exposure. So right now, mostly dollars, $1,800 dollars, $926 worth of ETH, 425 of Bitcoin, 183 of XRP, 180 of Chainlink. So that's the whole portfolio of $3,558. And I'm in one smart trade that is Chainlink. So I had 2 buys fill. I don't think the third one filled. Let's see. Yeah, the third one didn't fill. So it's very small position. Literally $180, tiny. And by one exposure, it's up 6.2%. So if considering it's a small amount of money, it's actually doing pretty good at 6.2%. And I just had that in there, and I wanted to put that on. I wasn't risking very much at all either. So, and then I have the rest in grid bots. So I'm going to switch over to full screen, I guess. Let's see. I'll just leave it like that. It's a little funny. But I'm going to go on the grid bot. So this is a 3commas feature, which, by the way, shout out 3commas. Thank you for sponsoring the stream. And I've been a user of 3commas for very many years. And it's awesome that they reached out to me because I already am familiar and have already used it for myself. So I'm happy to share something that this is how I've always traded. Like mostly trade at spot using 3commas between my exchanges. And I've definitely done a bunch of on-chain stuff and using dexes and things like that. I've experimented with everything, but when it comes to my trading, I've pretty much done it through 3commas. So mostly what I use though is limited compared to everything that's available here. So the 2 main things I use are Smart Trade, which we just looked at, and then the grid bot. So here are my grid bots I opened. And so this was a way to kind of put some of my money to work without like needing to find a trade. I just wanted to have some, I wanted to have a hedged position on. And so to me, this kind of hedges it. So I'll click on one of them. Let's see, BTC. I'm kind of like explaining this, but kind of also for myself to stay in the flow with my trades here. So reviewing it, I think like this is really good for me, and I want to take them all seriously and kind of just really stay in touch with it and protect my portfolio and try to build it. So this is selling as it goes up at each grid and then buying on the way down. So when one sell hits here, then this one turned to a buy, that green line right there. So it'll always be buying and selling. And so by the time it's at the top of the channel, it won't have any more Bitcoin. So that position will be off. And if I want exposure, I'm going to have to restart it. I do have it set though, so it auto trails, so there'll always be one order put on. So if it breaks above this, this one will turn green, and then if it hits that, it'll put one on above it. So it will start to add them as it goes up, but sometimes if it escapes it, then you just won't have a position on anymore. So I've used grid bots in different ways to kind of have a dynamic exposure like I'm doing right now, and not having to really think about it too much, just kind of letting it go and knowing that currently I have some Bitcoin. Meanwhile, though, it's going to keep hedging off. Let's see. So it only executed 2 cells. Let's see. I don't see it. $2, $3. There should be a second one. That one's profiting, I think, $3. So if it does wash around in here, then they start to add up. But meanwhile, what's important to me is that I still have exposure. So as these other ones sell, that will be more and more profit per level. The first level is always going to be the least amount. So we got Bitcoin. So I don't know. Hold on. Oh, yeah. It popped that out as its own page. So that's what I'm looking for. There we go. So here's this position. And then we have ETH. Oh, wait. So the Bitcoin is up $12 right now. And it's using 1722. The ETH hedge position, which is the same thing in the grid bot, is up $36, 3.6%. And yes, that's using $1,000. And I have it set so they just stack the profit off in USD on the side. Oh, okay, so Crow's been around for 3 years. If I understood well, it's like auto scaling, but without looking for a position. Yeah, pretty much. So, well, I had a trade idea. So pretty much this is my trade idea right here. It's actually like, well, hold on. Let me go to the 4 hour. So here's the trade. Like, I wanted to be long Bitcoin and I missed the entry. So we were already trading like up here. And so instead of like, I could have just bought in with less exposure and it's a less R trade and accept that. But maybe because I really liked it, I still wanted to take that trade even though it's only going to be like 1 R. My normal position is like, my winners are like 5.9 R on average. Or on average, my whole trading is 5.9 R on this. So since I missed my entry down here, it didn't even hit it. It almost did, almost perfectly. But I just went ahead and bought in. But also I was waiting to start the stream. So I was like, I was kind of just prepping. So I missed it, and I just put that on as the range of this one's 90, 700. So pretty much right up here. I front ran it a tiny bit, barely, right there. So that's the high of the range I've set. And then the bottom is 78512. Yeah, so pretty much, yeah. Sometimes I drag it around a little bit while I'm using TradingView, but yeah, pretty much exactly what I have on there. So instead I set the entire range knowing that it will hedge on and off as it moves. So it'll be selling on the way up and buying on the way down, and meanwhile maintaining that position. If I choose at some point, I can cancel the bot. So say we get to the top of this, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to just take my profit and end that bot. Otherwise, if I'm still bullish Bitcoin, maybe I just leave it on and maybe it dips into that area and I average in. It scales in. When it dips like that fast, you'll get a buy and then a buy, then a buy, then a buy. So I have this one set to, on the Bitcoin, I have it set to 1.8% between each level. And I've used them. I have trade journals, trade logs of them from the past. Okay, so here's the ETH position. Oh wait, I want to go back to full screen. ETH position's up 37. XRP's up $3. So XRP I have set to 10 levels, 4.4% apart. So it's only buying and selling about $65 per level because these are really small positions. And then this other one is 58 per level for ETH and then 218 per level for Bitcoin. But so I have some exposure through that, and then I just have that one smart trade on right now of Link. So this is my portfolio right now. I'm trying to move really slow. I'm just happy I got exposure. I saw that the market was bullish. We had bullish news coming out about the tariffs, and I just thought there's gonna be some strength in the market. And so I just kind of started putting on positions, and these are the ones I wanted. There's other coins I would love to be in the trade of right now. Like I really like the ETH chart. We were looking at this yesterday, I guess. Let's check back in with the ETH chart. Yep. So everything's going up pretty much. Is ETH going up more than the other ones? Possibly. Or Solana, possibly. So I can compare them to each other, but yeah, I didn't get the Solana, but I really like the chart, even though I feel like it was really, I mean, it was kind of scary. No one was very bullish Solana for the last month or so, maybe. And XRP, I wanted to get in, so I got in just a little bit in that, in the grid bot. Oh, I'm not showing it. Dang it. I thought I was just showing this. Okay, so we had Ethereum. I think Solana is doing better than Ethereum. XRP. So yeah, here's the range with XRP. So I wanted to have position on, but I didn't like buying in the middle. So instead, I just used a grid bot. Instead of being a swing trade, it's a grid trade, and it makes sense. It's around 1R range. So pretty much just using this average of these highs here and the average of these lows here for the range. And then Solana, I really like the chart of, and I should have just aped in. I didn't though. I could have, yeah, I should have aped in that. I didn't have that much more money. I would have to edit the grid bots because they're using USD and BTC and the coin, since they always have buys on and they always have sells on. So I'm not into crypto any means, but look at. Oh yeah, so you're talking about, okay. So you're saying doing a grid between different supply and demand levels on a higher time frame? But so I just use it when I want that hedge position pretty much, or when we're in a tight range. I guess you can get away with doing it for a little bit, but it's like a way for me to enter in the middle of a range. It's kind of how I've used it. I consider it a hedged position, and maybe I'm crazy, but yeah. So pretty much, what I want to do is start setting up a trade journal and a trade log to be able to make sure I'm tracking my progress and always know where I'm at. But yeah, man, I really like the Solana trade. The more I look at it, I still like it. I might just still get in this. It's just not as good at R&R anymore. Well, I guess I didn't even fully look at this link position. So the link position, yeah, only I canceled the third one. If we drop this down here, you can see the details of the trade. So TP1, TP2, TP3, stop loss. And then I had 3 buys set. One of them I canceled. So you can see this one didn't get filled. These other ones got filled. So I didn't get all the way in the position. So it's still also a small position. Well, either way it would have been small, but $180, up $10 right now. And so anything kind of building these accounts, and while the market's bullish, I want exposure. So I felt good in Link, and it is up 6%, so that's pretty good. And let's look at the Link chart. I'm just wondering if I should have bought Solana, because that was just standing out to me. So, but the whole idea, using this dashboard, I can be tracking my portfolio as a whole. So I can have all my wallets, everything in here, and make sure I'm protecting. Like when my account's up, sometimes, I want to, depending on the market conditions, everything, I decide to kind of lock in some of the profits and close out some of my positions, reduce my size. Maybe I have some runners and I sell a little bit of the runner or whatever. Just managing it helps me think about it all in a whole when I have multiple positions on. Like compared to day trading, if you end the day completely out of positions, then you know every day is new. You know where you're at. So with this though, the way I do crypto, I always leave a core position on when the market is bullish. Like right now, I wanted to have a position on, so I'm pretty much got as much as I could where I'd still have some dry powder left to trade with. So let's see, wait, where's the totals? Let's go to dashboard. Okay, so yeah, I'm still percentage-wise, how much in dollars? 51% in USD, so I'm at half exposure. Zero leverage, negative leverage. So if we dip, those bots, the grid bots are going to be scooping Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP, at least to the bottom of the ranges I've set. And then beyond that, though, I am planning on putting more money on this account. Or what I want to do is add another exchange. So I'll have Kraken and Gemini. And so I'm having I have to set some stuff up for that. And it's going to just take some time. So for now, I might just keep this portfolio. And then soon I'm planning on probably like doubling it or so. So I'll have some more funds to trade with. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I've used it on like the lowest I've really used it on is like a 4-hour chart. So you said when price moves from supply to demand area on a higher time frame, it doesn't go in a straight line. Yep, exactly. Okay, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yep, exactly. Yep. That too. And so and it's cool, you can actually test them out. So we can go to the ones I've set up and back test them with the current levels. Let's see. Well, maybe I'd have to make another one to do the back testing. So let's back test the BTC one. Well, I want to do the ETH is the biggest position, so let's look at that. So we could actually backtest a particular range. So we had this bounce range. I'm just kind of I'm doing this off the cuff right here because I only recently found out about this feature. So we had this huge ETH dipped, and then it shot back up. So I guess it would depend on when you got in, how much you'd profit in it. But just during this dip range, from here to here, putting it on here, I think we can backtest how much it would have made. Okay. How do I do it now? Why isn't it working? Do I have to type it in? Oh, right there. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's just from that whole retrace. And then we can come down to backtest and see what would have made the most. 0.78%. See, I do like to have it as high as I can. Let's start on 1.25. It just depends on how they charge you fees on the exchange that you're on. Backtest. I think you can do it with the free trial, so you don't have to spend any money when you use the code Luna. So where is, I was going to use Nightbot to pull that up, but I don't have Nightbot open. I'm slacking. I'm gonna get Nightbot back in here to help me out with those things. Okay, so are we back test it? Okay, so that only back test it. Oh, but that's the last 100 days. Was that enough? Yeah, that was enough. Only 4.5%. Okay, so that was counting. I mean, that's it going straight down. So that was during a bearish part. So let's try it just in this range. If you had locked in on this range when it bounced. But so for the market actually was going down that entire time and you're long and it was still 4.5%. So I actually think that was a good thing. What's this reversal price? I actually think that was a good back test considering that it was during a time where it went down overall. It hedged off. So it locks in those little wins along the way. And so that's I don't know. It might be insignificant. So this is only saying 3.6 profit. So that's very little. These ones I set up, when I back tested them, I got them as high as 80%, 77%, I think one of them. I don't really want to mess with it, but I could hit edit and mess with it. But I'd rather not accidentally mess anything up while they're running right now. Just let them run. Okay, so what I really wanted to look at is some fundamental stuff that I think is going to guide me while I start to trade this account publicly. And really, though, I'm getting back into looking at crypto every day. The past year, I've mostly just been looking at futures. And every once in a while, checking with some crypto and just holding some smaller amounts for the long term. And not really actively swing trading or anything. So fundamental to that is going to be tracking my progress. So I need to make some spreadsheets. And it's funny because we made a trade journal the other day. And I can't find it anywhere. I don't know if it didn't save. I'm going to try one more time to see if I can find it. Otherwise, crypto trade journal. This might be it, but I think this might just be a new copy. I went ahead and started. So I'll just start over. Yeah, this is a new one I started because I couldn't find the other one. So here we go. Luna's trade journal. So starting with a pre-flight checklist. A plan for the day. We edited this the other day. I'm not even gonna re-edit it right this moment because I already have that on stream. And so you can watch one of the other episodes and it shows that. But I am gonna edit it and eventually be showing it. Okay, so this stuff doesn't matter. I'll do a quick edit a little bit. This stuff doesn't matter. Okay, so calculate exposure. I can do that daily. Know how much exposed I am. Right now we know I'm 49% exposed because I had 51% USD. And then let's actually put this back on that view. So daily to do, calculate exposure, top-down analysis, look for key levels. Reminders, wait for A+ setups. 1 for 4 trades. I'm going to change it. I have it per session for day trading. I'm going to change it per month. Is enough. Don't look for trades. Let them come to me. Correct any accidental executions immediately. Be patient for interactions with my levels. This will lead to less trades and higher win rate. Is the idea. Hopefully it does. It might not. Weekly checklist. This doesn't apply to my crypto. So doing what I'm doing right now, I'm really laying the groundwork for my entire deal, everything, my whole crypto account, all my trading. And I really want to take it seriously. I really want to make a lot of money on it pretty much. So I want to make sure I have these things that I'm going to be checking in every day, especially now doing my stream. I'm going to be checking this stuff every day. So I think that's really good for my trading. Trading plan. This stuff doesn't really apply. I'm just going to delete it. This doesn't apply. I think one of the things I said. Okay, I'm going to leave this one. Don't let a runner get in the way of scalp. I'm just going to put see profit, take profit. I'm going to leave the whole thing. log each trade. I'm going to drop to this one. I'm going to delete that one. Daily to do, calculate exposure, top-down analysis, look for key levels. Okay, I actually kind of like that. Have these charts ready for like win rate versus R&R. Okay, sweet. So I got a journal. And today is 3/25/25. Portfolio is worth 3,560. I don't know. I'm just going to put that in my journal. Total. Because that's the number I'm focused on growing and protecting. So that's something I wanted to do. Also, I wanted to do the trading log. So I'm going to pull up a new one. So this is mine from 2023. This is my crypto. Here are grid bots down here. So at the end of each one of those trades, I made that one. I made 469. I made 684, 892, 364, 103, 183. However, these were all pretty much one position. Like I put them all on at the same time within like 2 days. And eventually closed them out when I had my profit locked in. Look, some of the same coins, Link, ETH, Solana, and then INJ, OP, and Bitcoin. So yeah, those are my swing trades from 2023, and it's about 130, and then plus the grid bots. Okay, so I'm going to pull up I'm going to make a copy of it. Oops. And I'm going to make a 2025 one. I think I might already have one. Let's find out. But pretty much the point of all this is to protect my downside. I always want to know where I'm at and know how much I have at risk. Like when I'm in all these positions, I want to know how much I'm risking total, because if Bitcoin nukes, then the rest of it can go down. So I don't want to think that each position is a different position. I kind of want to think of them all as one position. So let's find this crypto 2025. That looks like that might be it. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to start fresh. Boom. Oh, I didn't get it all. Wow, this is a lot of columns in this trade journal. I bet you guys never seen a trade journal with that many columns in it. Okay, so I guess I can paintbrush these, huh? There's probably a better way to do that. All right, so I'm going with this past journal. Might as well just use what I had. I can probably make it better, but it's a starting place. We have our first trades in my portfolio, so I'm going to go ahead and just put them in right now. So we have 3 grid bots. Wait, let's go full screen. Oh, here's the date. So I can just copy the exact date. Bam. Of course it, wait, how do I, shit. Boom, look at that, without the color. Copy, paste, sorry, this is boring, but this is trading. There we go, copy pasted that in there. So I got the date of, that's link. I'm at least gonna get these started. I might not put it all in right this second. I might just keep adding. Okay, so that is the fourth trade. The other ones were grid bots. So I was struggling. I guess you couldn't see it. I was struggling putting them in here to be formatted correctly. So, but I figured it out. So this one. Oh, and then also I can actually just copy a link to it. So that's also important. So I'm going to go back to that trade. Here it is. And how do I copy the link? Let's find out. I don't remember how to link to this trade. Oh, so I won't link it right now. Okay, that's fine. And then going to the grid bot. Yeah, it's definitely like a main part of trading. Like you should probably be spending more time doing this stuff than actually placing trades, right? Like way more time. Way more time. Not even funny. Okay, so we got these grid bots. And oh, there it is. Share. Okay, so we got BTC. I'm going to put a copy that link. Here it is, link. Look, there's a column just for that link. Okay. And then we got ETH. Share. So being organized and always knowing where I'm at is a key part of what has sort of got me through the years trading crypto. And sometimes it's like at least catching it before it's too late, you know. Take some big losses sometimes, but you gotta be prepared to not go all the way out. Have a plan. All right, so I at least got these linked here, so I can easily find all those positions. The link one, whatever. So there's more details I should be putting in this. But I can now I can always go back and find those trades. So I'm at least starting with that, and then that's 319. You know what? I kind of want to do. Wednesday. I was kind of thinking about separating by the week, but maybe I won't. I'm going to just start one at a time, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to just leave that one date in for now. Those were all the same day, and those positions are rolling right now. So we're prepared. Trade journal is more organized than before, or the trade log. I'm actually going to label that crypto log, crypto trade log. And then we got the journal. I can put in the journal too. Maybe I already put it. Total, that's my value. Total value. And I'm going to put total exposure. So I'm going to try to make a habit to always do this. 49%. Usually I place a maximum of 3 trades a day, and it's not every day. I spend hours tape reading, journaling, taking notes. Yeah, and I tend to journal even more like when I have a losing day, but I want to also go back and look at my winning days more and just look at all my days and having a moment where I reflect on it. Like maybe making that part of my practice of reviewing my trade journal for the last like few days. I'm just going to put that on here. Review trade journal. Review trade journal. Whatever. From last few days. So I have my game plan now. I am checking in every night when I do my stream, looking at this every night, planning everything, tracking my trades, my progress, and that's going to be my vibe. That's going to be my move. Let's check out news for this week. Yo, G-Ways. What's up, G-Ways? You have a good day? Let's see. How's your trading today? How's your trading today, Johnny? So yeah, Wednesday, March 26th. That's tomorrow. So we have Fed speakers, oil, crude oil, durable goods at 8:30, guys. That's a big deal. I gotta sign in to do that. Durable goods, the GDP growth rate at 8:30 a.m. Oh, that's Thursday. So yeah, durable goods is the main one, and then some other stuff coming in though. Fed speaker, bunch of gas, oil stuff. Maybe energy related things would be affected by all that. And yep. Okay, so 8:30. I'm gonna be ready for that. I'm gonna be on tomorrow at 6 a.m. to get started. Let's check in on Mag 7 real quick. Just real brief. I just want to lay my eyes on this for tomorrow. And for current conditions, just in general. Holy smokes, look at Apple. These are 15-minute charts, so it's lower time frame. And Tesla, I wanted to buy Tesla. Everyone wanted to buy Tesla. 220. Well, everyone wanted to short Tesla, and that's why traders want to buy it. Once retail is shorting, every trader is talking about buying the dip. Yeah, everything looks really good right now. Cruising. Which I think is bullish for Bitcoin too. So what happened to my jams? There we go. And let's look at NQ. So let's look at the previous day levels. Man, we broke above New York session and flew. Dang, it's just been so bullish, guys. I can't believe I just haven't held long. In my personal account, it was easy. Easy peasy. Look at that. Three days and it's up, what, 1,000 points? G-Wiz is green 411. Nice. There you go. No trades for me. Spent all my time between the restaurant and meetings. Well, that's good too. Working. Nice. Good discipline. You weren't trading on your phone while at a meeting. I don't know if I believe you, dude. You trade on your phone. Yeah, I'm gonna put on the previous day levels real quick, and let's get our eyes on the king and queen. I don't know which one's which. Which one's the king and which one's the queen? Okay, we have high and low of the day. So I'm doing previous day levels, which if you know me, that's what I'm trading in the morning. Wait, we have value area high, New York value area high. We have New York value area low. We have entire sessions value area low. And yes, oh, point of control. Yep, you can come up here, right there. And we have yesterday's low. So I'm gonna be zoomed in and make sure I get it set correctly. And we're gonna have previous day levels here. So I should be doing this with. I'm gonna actually look at Bitcoin again in a second with this. So this reminds me. Okay, just making sure these are all spot on. That's better. And that is better. Okay. And that looks pretty good. Okay. We're good. That's ES. I'm going to make sure to save after doing all that work. I'm just going to hit save. And then let's look at NQ. It looks really similar, right? So NQ is bullish. I think that's, at this point, I don't know. I guess I think of them as correlated at this point. Maybe I'm just jaded. But if the markets are bullish, I think people are more willing to want to invest in things like crypto. Crypto used to be inversely correlated. I felt like it was like a hedge against the dollar, but I feel like it's not really trading that way anymore. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't have any data to back that up. Just a random idea. Okay, New York value area high. Okay, that goes up there. New York value area low. So value areas where 70% of the volume contracted during that time. And then I think that was it. Oh, point of control. Point of control is where the most volume was contracted. Okay, that looks spot on. New York value area high. Point of control. Oh, don't tell me that about Bitcoin. You're probably right. I got some skin in the game right now. Something is not right. This one. Nope. That one. New York value area low. And then regular value area low. Entire session. Okay, now we're back in. I need to edit that one more time. Oh, and so this is for NQ. I need to edit this one too. There it is. Nope. I don't see the little thing to adjust it. Okay, sorry, this is tedious. So I'm going to put this level right at the high right there, okay? Value area high, point of control, New York value area low, and value area low of the entire session. Okay, we're good to go now. So that is, I'm going to save that chart, man. That is a lot of work. Okay. There's probably indicators that will do that for me better. I started to try to make one for that, but I haven't finished it yet. All right, so we're almost done. Got my levels for tomorrow. So really what I'm looking at here, I know this chart is kind of has a lot going on it now. We can turn that off. We can turn that off. That's a little better. So we're pretty much just trading. We're just trading up and up and up. We're still bouncing. I guess I'm going to watch volume. Just look for weakness, look for big sellers. But I'm really just going to stay in the moment. At the end of the day, even though we're this bullish, during a session or a period of a session, there could still be some good downside. So I'm just going to stay in the moment with trading this for the daily levels. In the bigger picture, I think I'm just still bullish. Current year mid up here. I don't know. I'm bullish still. Monday high down here. So maybe coming back to Monday high and retesting it. But that's where we test it right here. So I'm feeling good about that. I want to look back at Bitcoin. And I'm going to put the on the daily and put the spaceman levels on here. Okay, so we have Monday high. Oops. Monday high, Monday low. So we're right in the middle. previous month, mid quarter, previous month. Where's the previous month high? Oh, up here. Okay, so the previous month traded all the way between 102,800 and 78, like these lows. So I think we have a pretty big range here. Even it could stay bearish overall like it has been, but we still have room for a move as long as it looks strong and good, that I don't have any reason to get out of it. So I'm going to keep holding my position. I'm going to be looking for higher time frame like divergences and things, topping areas. Like, let's see what this looks like. Yeah, no divergence there. I don't trade on my phone. My footprint charts are the most important part of my trading strategy, and neither a TOS or CR charts have an app. You want to show your chart more, or not much? Not so much of the 3commas. Yeah, I need to figure out how to make that go. You're right. I need to make a full screen of the chart. I can do that real quick, actually. Oops, not that way. Trading view, full screen. Yep. Yeah, I'm doing this on the fly. I wouldn't mind changing the format or doing something creative or anything. I'm just starting this channel separate to keep all my crypto stuff here. The most important thing is tracking my results, tracking my trading, and all of that stuff. But I'm interested in doing different formats, making different layouts and stuff like that. So here we go. Boom. I can put chat up there. Oh, chat is up there. I can actually make my video smaller too. I think like that. Yeah, I should just make my video like wider right here with some info and have a full screen. Man, what about like that? Whatever, for now I'm going to do that. It makes no difference. So, looking at Bitcoin, yeah, I'm looking for signs of weakness. So far, we just broke the 200 EMA in this 4-hour chart, making higher highs, higher lows. Okay, so this potentially, yeah, looking for lower low. So where would that be at? I don't know. Yeah, where I have my line. I already have a line there. This level right here. We'll make it yellow. That low. So I'm actually just going to draw a little thing there. Right there. Yeah, so we've been making higher highs. Higher high. Higher high. Higher low. So I'm looking for that to continue. And in the meantime, the positions are hedging on and off with the grid bot. I don't know if there's anything else I really wanted to do. I mean, I could just browse through some shit coins. Oops. Chain link. I don't know why it's not showing my position. I guess maybe I didn't put it on this chart. Okay, so we're long chain link. Let's see real quick. Smart trade. Right here. From after our two entries, 1450 is the average entry. Stop loss is at 1172. I can just type it in. I don't know why I'm. Entry price 1450. Profit level. TP1 is the first one is 17.56, and then stop level 1172. So this is why I loved having the API with all this type of trade stats all in one place, and you can manage, add funds, subtract funds, close. So here's this trade. That's TP1. And so TP2 is same thing. Stop level 1172. Profit level 21.65 or 0.65, and then entry price 1450. All right, so here's TP2, and then I have a runner on it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to. I don't know. Anyone have a chart they want to look at? I also really like the Doge chart here. Everyone was so bearish on it, and it's looking good. I was looking at this yesterday on stream. Something like that. I mean, really. Yeah, I guess like that's what I'd want. Front run it. But maybe hold a runner if it does. If we stay bullish, hold a runner. But it feels like a cursed coin now. But it's Doge. Doge is still Doge, I think, on some level. So, how do I go back? There we go. That's Doge. Let's see what else we got. I already looked at Solana. I don't have that many things on this list, actually. A lot of these I wouldn't touch. Even though they all look the same, really. Look at it. They all look the same. Look at ETH. It looks the same as all of them. ETH I like, though. If we just start moving, I definitely think ETH could make a good move. For some reason, I don't think it would take as much to move ETH than it would than it would Bitcoin. So if we did have really bullish movement, maybe ETH would outperform for a moment or something. I don't know. Maybe I might just be really biased about ETH. I've always had ETH. I want ETH to be 10,000. That's what I want. All right, well, I got my levels for tomorrow. We looked at the economic news. We did some trade journaling. Portfolio is checked on. Everything looks good to go. I was kind of curious how much did those grid bots actually pull out into dollars? Does it tell me? Okay, I can see it here. View history. Right, so that one only made, actually taking out, hedged out, it says $3, but I think it did it twice. I really do think that was one to execute it. So that'd be $6, which I know is like very, very little, but these are small positions. This one, let's see, view logs. No cells yet? It says there were two. Those should be there. I haven't used it for a second, so I think it might be. Maybe I need to view history. Yeah, see, this one hit a cell too, and it doesn't show it here. So I gotta figure out what's up with that. I think I'm just not clicking on the right page to look at that. Oh well. Let's see. Events, settings, statistics. I know there's a place to see the list. Well, we saw some of them. Maybe it's just not updated yet or something. Maybe I need to refresh. I don't know. But so I'm going to keep tracking. I'm tracking my progress. We're actually already almost all out of that Bitcoin position. If it just comes up to 90,883, I'll be all out. And only if it dips will I be filling more. So it's a pretty tight hedge position. And so it's not that much, but it's at least having some exposure while we're rallying. And I think that's pretty much it. Not in a rush to get into trades. More thinking about how much exposure I have. So maybe I'll put somewhere exposure. Maybe I just add it to the list here. Exposure 49%. Let's put this. Okay. I'm just gonna add that as a log entry 325.25. All right. I really think that is it. All right. Yeah, I'm not planning on buying anything else anyways right now. I'm going to keep watching and keep thinking about like what am I going to get the best bang for my buck trade wise? Like I really like this Solana trade. It just seemed really clean in validation for me. And yeah, so I'm going to kind of just try to keep my eye on what's looking the best to me and then wait for the moment maybe where I want to go for it. Sweet. Well, I'll just end it there. So guys, thanks again 3commas for sponsoring the stream. If you want to check out 3commas, use this link right here. Oh, what's up? We got Snow Broth. There's 3commas. And you can try 3commas for free. And actually, you can use a free 3commas account and you can come up to the demo account here and practice trading. And then you could even cancel it before it starts your subscription if you want to try it. So I can go to the demo account and I could put on that Solana trade. Let's do that. I'm going to put on that Solana trade that I've been saying how much I like and I haven't taken it. I'm going to put it on. It's a little late, but whatever. I was wanting to buy it down here. So we're going to put that on in the demo account. So I'm going to come up here, go to USD. Oops. I don't even know how this account, what it has in it. I guess it has USDT. Okay, we'll do that. And we'll do Solana, USDT. Select it. So this is a demo Binance account. I'm just going to ape it. So TP is 186. And stop loss is 108.37. And we're just going to max this puppy. 100%. So if it goes to target, we'll make 29%, which in this random demo account, that's a lot of money in it. Using 10,000 bucks, that is 2,900, or we'll lose 2,400 if it goes to stop loss. So it's pretty much like a 1 hour trade. And then what I'm going to do is split the targets. So we'll do 80% there, and then add 20%. At, I don't know, I'm just going to use, how about this? 250, just for fun. So that's going to be my runner. So I can always still close the position whenever. And I'm going to turn it on to be a trailing, just that runner, that last one. So add TP, boom. So 20% trailing, and create the trade. So now I can remember that Solana trade that I didn't take and track it, if it would have been good or not. Boom. All right, but that's it for today. I checked my portfolio. That's all I want to do. I want to build this portfolio up and baby it. So I'm going to be checking on it every night and doing my stream and trying to make some money. So thanks for coming by, y'all. Make sure to help me out. I know this is the new channel, so we don't get very many people in it yet. And so definitely help me out. Hit that like and subscribe and check out 3commas. And that's it. All right, guys. Any last words? No one has a ticker they want to look at? Some meme coin? Fart coin? No fart coin? Okay, everyone's going crazy. Oh, everyone in the chat, calm down. Calm down. We'll look at fart coin, fine. Fart coin. Oh, peanut coin. Good call. Johnny FX knows what's up. If you want the other worst coin, let's see. Well, if you sold the first pump before the dump, which you had, let's see. We might have to like put it on the minute chart. Here's the hourly. How long did you have to sell that? Oh man, you had more than an hour. Otherwise, F'd. F's in the chat. So I wouldn't touch anything like that. I mean, right now, Fartcoin's pumping. I wouldn't want it. I'd be too scared. Maybe on like a, if the market's moving and Bitcoin's moving and it looks like it's setting up a nice bullish something, then maybe for a day trade. I don't know where I'd want to day trade this from. I'd even like put a fib on it. That's the type of thing. Just smack a fib on it. Altcoin Sherpa style, standard white. Okay, there we go. And look, I even guessed where it was. I don't even need the fib. Look, I put it right on it. 0.618. Right there. Not buying it blindly, but looking, watching for it. See how it looks when it gets there. Maybe even a little higher. Yeah, maybe even up there. Somewhere in this zone. Oops. This is a daily. So this has moved quite a bit. It went up like 60% from that breakout. From the lows, it's up 198%. So, all right, that's gonna be it. We ended on Fartcoin. That makes me happy now. I forgot to put the chart full. I'm gonna make some keys for it, and yeah, I'm gonna experiment on this channel and just try to be consistent in the beginning and kind of figure out what works. So I might change the schedule around. But either way, I want to focus on my portfolio and take it seriously. So this kind of, I think, just helps me take it more seriously than I would. Like, I wouldn't be on every single night, like looking at my trading plan and writing in a trading journal without the help of this stream. So I'm super excited, and that is going to be it. All right, guys. Peace out. Yeah, you would buy the top. Okay, well, Johnny FX, if you ever decide, I want to buy Fartcoin right now, not really. And then if you ever end up selling, telling me you buy it, tell me so then I can sell mine. And just hook me up. All right, guys. I'm going to cue the outro jams. All right, peace out. See ya. Thanks, King NQ, Snowbroth, Johnny, G-Ways. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Peace out. Ciao, ciao.